Welcome to RSSDI 2020. I'm Dr. Sanjay Kamble, and on behalf of VOCAD RSSDI TV 2020, I welcome you all. I'm glad to have with us today a renowned diabetologist from Nagpur, Dr. Sunil Gupta. Dr. Sunil is a senior diabetologist with more than 25 years of experience in his clinical practice. Sir is a director at Sunil's Diabetes Care and Research Center, Nagpur. Welcome, Dr. Gupta, to the show.
Thank you, Sanjay.
Based on your recent talk in RSSDI 2020, we would like to know how important is diabetes in pregnancy?
See, when we talk about diabetes in pregnancy, practically you are taking care of, when it is gestational diabetes, you take care of two generations. And why I said two generation? Those who have gestational diabetes during pregnancy, these women are likely to become diabetes in next 5 to 15 years. And those children who are born to these mother, they're also likely to have obesity, non-communicable diseases like diabetes, hypertension, coronary artery disease, metabolic syndrome in adolescent life as well as in the adult life. Both of them are more prone to have cardiovascular disease in adult life. More important is most of the gynecologist and physician, they look into the only the fetal outcome, that the baby is born, everything is good, so everything is over. No, if you diagnose gestational diabetes during pregnancy, you will be giving a good environment, euglycemic environment to the baby, and this will add to the prevention of these complications in the adult life of these children. So we talk about primary prevention, secondary and tertiary prevention. Here we are talking about primordial prevention. So when you diagnose GDM, you are going to have a prevention of these illnesses or non-communicable diseases in the coming generations. So that is why we are supposed to be aggressive in screening and diagnosing each and every pregnant woman, irrespective of their trimesters. First trimester, second trimester, third trimester, we should be monitoring it by doing glucose tolerance test, diagnose them, aggressively treat them, and then come out with a good fetal outcome. Not only the fetal outcome, but also a good next generations to come in our country.
So, can we administer metformin in pregnant women with diabetes mellitus?
See, Sanjay, when we talk about treatment, we have the first is medical nutrition therapy. If it is gestational diabetes, almost 80%, 70% will do well with only medical nutrition therapy. Rest of them will need pharmacotherapy. Your target is fasting should be less than 90 or 95. Postprandial 2 hours should be less than 120. That's your target. So to achieve this target, if you fail to respond to oral drug, Government of India has advocated and have recommended metformin can be given if you have failed to achieve 120 and fasting of 90 within 2 weeks of diagnosis. But if your patient cannot tolerate, then of course insulin. In my opinion, insulin is a drug of choice. But if patient doesn't want to take insulin injections, in that situation, metformin may be added. But that situation, every clinician and obstetrician and clinician should write down the note that patient has refused to take insulin. That is why metformin has been administered as a first drug of choice in gestational diabetes to achieve euglycemia. So that is the status of metformin globally now. Most of the bodies, other oral drugs in India are not being approved by the Government of India guidelines. So we will stick to metformin at this moment of time, Sanjay. Thank you.
So, what are the clinical key messages you would like to give to our clinicians who see pregnant women with diabetes mellitus?
See, there are two kind of patient will be coming to our clinic. One is those who are already known type 1 or type 2 diabetics. They're already taking some medicines and they want to go for conception. They just got married and they want to go for pregnancy. That's the first group of patient, which is called as diabetes in pregnancy or DIP. And these patients will need to be first having good control of diabetes. They should try to achieve HbA1c of less than 6 or at least 6.5 without increasing the risk of hypoglycemia. If it is type 2 diabetes, it's type 1 diabetes, multiple doses of insulin therapy should try to achieve this. Fasting should be less than 90, postprandial 2 hour, post breakfast, post lunch, as well as post dinner should be less than 120. If they are on tablets like type 2 diabetes, then all tablets should be withdrawn. Patient should be switched over to insulin therapy, multiple doses, again achieve these goals. And once you, and if someone is on antihypertensive drug, go to the safe antihypertensive drug. Someone is on statins, remove those statins because it's contraindicated in pregnancy. So all contraindications medicines should be removed. Safe medicine should be installed, and blood glucose should be well controlled. After they achieve all this, then you can allow. So I always say in a lighter way that all pregnant non-diabetic women should become pregnant only after consent of a diabetologist or endocrinologist or a physician. That's the first message. Every woman who is not knowing that she is GDM or pre-GDM, doesn't know about diabetes, if coming to in your clinic at the first given opportunity, get their GTT done, glucose tolerance test done, which is simple. Government of India and DIPSI guidelines says 75 gram of glucose, give it irrespective whether patient has taken meal or not taken the meal. Give 75 gram glucose, take 2-hour test. If it is more than 140, diagnose it as GDM, less than 140, normal. So screen every woman. Don't see whether the patient has risk factor, whether she's aged, whether she's obese, whether it's family history. Don't see any risk factor. Everyone should be screened. If the first screening is negative, repeat it again in the second trimester, at least in second or third trimester once, preferably in all 3 trimesters. So never ever see the risk profile, never ever do blood glucose by urine sugar or random blood glucose, which is nonsense. I'll say always subject the patient to the glucose challenge and unfold this mystery of GDM. If you treat them, if you diagnose them early, treat them early, you can save future generations of this country. I feel that is what is the key message for each and every clinician, whether it's a physician, whether it's a diabetologist, whether it's an endocrinologist, or whether it's obstetrician gynecology, or whether it's an infertility clinic. Everyone have to be visionary, that vision. Everyone has to be very, very focused when you talk about diabetes diagnosis, screening, and treatment.
Thank you so much for sharing your views, and stay tuned to RSSDI TV 2020 for more recent updates from RSSDI.
Thank you. Nice of you, Sanjay. All the best. Thank you very much.